Welcome back, chippers. We've been working on different types of boxes, and we made a box out of wood. And last lesson we talked about, now we made a box, now what? Now I'm going to show you some different things that we can do with the box, because we've got our standard box. We can put stuff in our box, pencils and different things. We're going to set that aside, because what we're going to do now is we're actually going to make a lid for the box. So I've got this laid out. Power's unplugged. Measure this out because I've already measured. We need to go 7 inches. So we're going to have 7 inches by 7 inches to go on top of the said box. Got our push stick. Plug the power in. And once we get the power plugged in, first thing we do before anything, put on our safety glasses. I'm going to turn this on. I've got this set up. We wait for the blade to stop. Unplug our power. So now I've made a lid for the box. Now we can do a bunch of different things. We're going to put on different hardware and everything else. So we've got our top made. So we're going to make it so it goes on and off, but it's sliding around. So we've got to put some kind of frame inside to make that work. So what I'm going to do now is I got this chunk of wood. One side is square, one side isn't. So we need to find the square side by taking our combination square and put it on the side and see that that's the square side and that side square. So we're going to leave that like that, because then we're going to take it and I'm going to cut a 1-inch strip. So move this out, and what I want to do is I'm going to mark it because I want a 1-inch strip. So we're just going to make a mark there and a mark there, so we have our line. Take our combination square, line that up, mark it. So what I want to do is I want to line this up so we can cut this off. So we'll put this on there. Take that, we got that lined up. So we've got it lined up where we want it. So lock that down, plug our power in, and I'm going to cut 2 strips. Okay, we wait for our power and for the blade to stop. Now that we got that, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to move over to the workbench and we're going to start putting together our box top. Alright, now that we've cut out our top, I've cut out a couple of brackets here that I actually want to connect to the side of this box, but we've got to make sure we get the thickness right. So I go like that. So this is the right size. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on here, line that up, and make a line, and do the same thing on this side. Then we're going to flip and do the other side. And again. So if you look at how we're doing this, this is just like when we're making the box out of paper with the flaps. Because what this is going to show us is where we need to put it, and these two pieces need to go inside of that for it to fit. So they're going to go like that. Okay, so now we've got this laid out. We've marked that off. So now what we got to do is we got to actually take these pieces and we're going to nail these inside here. So I'm going to take my brad nailer. I'm going to make sure that we have our safety glasses on and our fingers out of the way. I'm going to line that up. Line that up. And there, we put those on the sides. Now the reason for that is we're going to put this on top. And there's our box top. See how it fits? Nice and tight. Nice and tight. But now, there's no place to grip it, to get it off. So we're going to put a little handle on it. And how we're going to do that is we're going to take our straight edge, or ruler, and we got to find the center of the box. So we're going to do corner to corner, draw a line, and then we're going to go corner to corner. And draw a line, and that's going to give us our center spot. So now, I put a Phillips screwdriver bit in the drill, and here's our handle that we're going to put on top. So we're going to line that up. We're going to drill that right in. And now we have a box with a handle. So we can take our handle off, put our box back together, and it fits a little snug, but it'll get better with time. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do the same type of thing, except we're going to put hinges on it. I made a basic top. Well, now we're going to try another thing. I've got hinges here that I've got lined up on top. And I've got the screws, and we're going to put hinges on this, and we're going to turn it into a hinged box. So what's the first thing we need to do before we do anything? We'll put on our safety glasses. And for this, I'm going to use the drill with the Phillips bit on top. And I've already pre-marked all these. So I'm going to go ahead and start these. Put these screws in. Put the bit back in. Tighten it. Get that tapped down just a little bit. Put our screws in. So get these all in on this side. We're going to do it on the other side. Get that. So put the other ones on. Okay, so we got 2 more screws to put in. And when we get done here, what we have is a hinged box. And it still fits tight because I left the inside piece in there. So it's going to fit tight for a little bit. So what we can do now, close that back down, but now we don't have anything on the front. So we removed the handle from there, from the last project, and our box is 7 inches wide. Okay, so if it's 7 inches wide, half of 7 is what? Let's see, 3 and 3 is 6, so if we go 3.5, 3.5 and 3.5 equals 7. So we'll take this, we're going to go to 3.5, and we're going to make a mark right there. And we're going to put a handle on again. We're going to put it in a different place. And there's our handle. So now we have a handle on our box. We can open the box. Open and close the box with our handle. So there's our box with the lid, with our hinges on the back. And we did one without hinges. So now we got a box with a top. So now we have our box done, but if you noticed a second ago that it wasn't closing quite right. So what I'm going to do is I've got the sander here. We're going to go ahead and sand a little bit on this. Okay, so we sanded that down, so let's see if it's easier to open and close. There we go. Okay, so now you see these were a little bit too tight, so now I've taken it and made it easier to open and close. So there's our box, all complete. Knob on top, hinges on the back. We'll see you in the shop.